Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Gracia, for being here today to celebrate Pride Month. I will be brief because I have invited two speakers. They are neighbors and residents of the City of Fitchburg. We have with us State Representative Randy Udell. Thank you for being here, Randy. And also another neighbor, Chris Peguero. There are also some elected officials. Please raise your hand if you are an elected official. Thank you for coming. So today we raise the Pride flag not just a symbol of love and inclusion, but as an act of defiance against hate, fear, and division. Across the country, we are seeing a troubling rise in effort to roll back the rights and dignity that so many in the LGBTQ+ community have fought hard to secure. Even from Washington, policies are being proposed that seek to erase protection, silent voices, and deny people the freedom to live authentically. But here in Fitchburg, we will not stand by quietly. This city is and will remain a welcoming and affirming place for all people, regardless of who they are and who they love. We don't follow fear, we lead with love. Raising this flag is a reminder that you belong, you are valued, and you are seen, not just today, but every day. Let this flag fly high, not just a celebration of pride, but a promise that Fitchburg will stand on the side of equity, inclusion, and justice. So thank you. Now we are going to have some words from State Representative Randy Udell.
Very good.
Do you want me to hold you?
Thank you. Thank you. No, I think I have it, but thank you. Well, thank you to everyone for joining us today to raise the flag for another Pride Month. Thank you to Mayor Frada for inviting me to speak. I remember back when Pride was still just a beginning. Geez, we're going back to Baltimore, 1985, so many years ago. And I also remember how small it was at that time. It was wonderful to see how many people have participated in Pride in today's world. Every year, raising this flag is both a celebration and a show of resistance. Now, as many of you know, Pride evolved quite a bit since it began. Pride Month was born from Stonewall riots of 1969, when New York police began a routine raid on Stonewall Inn. The police would march into a gay bar, arrest anyone in sight, throw them into prison overnight, release their names and photographs in the next day's paper to get them fired from their jobs, evicted by their landlords, and exiled from their families. Eventually, our community decided enough was enough. We fought back. From the protests came Pride, a month for political mobilization, resistance, and action. Nowadays, Pride has become a celebration. In Dane County, Pride flags hang from every street corner. Each business chooses a weekend for Pride events, and even the weather cooperates in the annual celebration. It has become a time to joyously celebrate our queer and trans neighbors, partners, and our community members. But as we all know, the reality is that our community rights are under attack once again. Our trans siblings are on the front lines, and it is the duty of every member of our community and our advocates to stand with our trans community. Already this session in Wisconsin, Republicans introduced a series of bills targeting trans kids, which the governor has fortunately pledged to veto. On the national level, on day one, the sitting president signed executive orders to eliminate federal recognition of transgender people, which harms trans people's ability to obtain passports and other official documents. The administration has eliminated records of trans and queer people on public websites, all because they somehow believe they can make us invisible. This month, we must stand united and show them that this will never be the case. At the same time, the LGBTQ+ community holds a stronger foundation of support than we have in a long time. As more of us come out and tell the truth about our experiences in our lives, we will be able to and can sway more friends, more members of families to stand by our side. We won't ever convince everyone, And it will always hurt when someone leaves our lives because they cannot bear the way we experience life and joy. But we've come a long way, and we won't let them take our community back in time. Together this month, we will continue to fight for our shared humanity. We will fight through celebration. We will fight through protest. We will fight by telling the truth about our lives, our pains, and our joys. Together, we will make it through this. Happy Pride and have fun.
Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Randy and Mayor Ratafrata, and thanks everyone for being here. I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today, and right now it would be easy to fixate on the divisiveness that many of the companies that we see kind of pushing back against our DEI policies or choosing not to raise a pride flag this year. But I do want to say that I'm incredibly proud to be a Fitchburg resident here with my family, and I'm proud to be here again to raise the pride flag this year. I did want to introduce this concept. I'm a Menominee tribe of Wisconsin, but also my father's side indigenous from Mexico. There's a concept in our culture in Mexico called En la Ech Alican, and that means you are my other me. And I wanted to read a short poem and then talk a little bit about a connection to that story and hopefully build more allyship for our community, but also recognize that if we hurt one community, we're actually hurting ourselves very deeply. So, Mayor Ratafrata, please correct my Spanish. I'm not a very good Spanish. Tú eres mi otro yo. You are my other me. Si te hago daño a ti, if I do harm to you, me hago daño a mí mismo. I do harm to myself. Si te amo y respeto. If I love and respect you, me amo y respeto yo. I love and respect myself. So coming out is often painted as a singular moment, but in reality it's a journey. One conversation at a time, one fear conquered, one hope tested. For me, the final and most terrifying step of that journey was telling my paternal grandmother. She was the matriarch of our family, a deeply traditional Mexican woman, rooted in faith and culture. She had seen generations grow under her guidance, her prayers shaping the paths of those she loved. And I had no idea if her love would still hold me once she knew the truth. I feared her rejection more than anything. It was the conversation I'd avoided for as long as I could. But I knew I couldn't live in the shadows of her expectations, and I had to stand fully in who I was. So I sat with her, heart pounding, voice unsteady, and I told her. She listened. The silence stretched between us, and then she reached for my hand. She looked at me in the eyes and said, "If you are loved, if you are healthy, if you are happy, then all of my prayers have been answered." I had braced myself for heartbreak. Instead, I found acceptance so simple, so profound that it shattered my fear and left only love in its place. That moment stays with me, especially now when I look at the world and see so much division, so many people pushed to the margins, so many voices silenced. And I wonder, what if we all embraced each other with that same clarity? What if instead, drawing lines between us, we reached across them? What if we built communities with love, health, and happiness were not privileges, but the foundation? Because the forces that divide us, fear, power, and greed, they only win when we forget our shared humanity. But when I ask who decides, who pays, and who benefits, the answers become clear. The systems that thrive on division are not inevitable. They can be changed, and we can change them by choosing each other. We must reject the fear that keeps us apart and instead create spaces where we all belong. We must lift one another up, knowing that when one of us thrives, we all thrive. In lak ech ala akin, you are my other self, I am another yourself. Let's build a world where we remember that. Thank you.
Thank you. Elisa, do you want to say some more?
Hi. Thank you all for being here. I'm State Senator Melissa Ratcliffe, and the LGBTQ community is just amazing in how you show love and support for all and for everyone to be their authentic selves. And that's lovely. And that's what Pride Month is about. And I wish that it was a Pride year, because that's how we should all hope to live. So thank you for having this. Thank you for raising the flag and showing that Fitchburg is an accepting community, because it stands for so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming today. We are going to do our formal proclamation in our council meeting on June 10th at 6:30. So everyone is invited to come. So, and again, thank you for participating, and let's celebrate Pride Month this month.